Do you want to design and create a professional, dynamic invoice system in Excel? In this tutorial, we'll build the entire invoice from scratch, including the invoice design, drop-down list, automatic invoice details, and dynamic total. And the best part? When you select a different invoice number, the invoice details will automatically change. So, let's build it together. Hello everyone, welcome to Let's Learn. Today, I'm going to show you how to design and create a professional dynamic invoice system in Microsoft Excel. Step 1. Understanding the source data. First, let's look at our source data. Here, I have a source worksheet containing our sales information. We have several important fields: invoice number, brand, product, quantity, unit price, and total amount. Each invoice can contain multiple products. Our goal is to take this source data and automatically display the correct products and amounts inside our invoice. So, let's move to the invoice worksheet and start designing it. Step 2. Design the invoice. First, I'll select the entire worksheet by clicking the small triangle at the top left corner of the sheet. Then I'll change the fill color to white. Now, because I have 5 fields to display in the invoice body, I'll use columns A through E. I'll enter the field names: brand, product, quantity, unit price, and amount. Now let's create the header. From the top row, I'll select the first 3 columns and choose Merge and Center. I'll type my company name here. I'll align the company name to the left, increase the font size. For the remaining 2 columns, I'll use Merge and Center again. This area will be used for the invoice title. I'll align the title to the right, increase the font size, and make it bold. Now let's move down to the next section. In the 5th row, I'll select the first 2 columns and merge them. This will be our billing to section. Then I'll select the remaining columns and merge them for the invoice number section. This is where we'll eventually create our drop-down list. At the bottom of the invoice, I'll add a total label just before the amount column. I can also merge the first 3 columns of the bottom row. This area can later be used for displaying the total amount in words. We'll cover that part in another tutorial. Now I'll type my company address underneath the company name. And under Billing 2, I'll enter the customer or client name. Step 3. Format the invoice. Now let's make our invoice look more professional. I'll adjust the row heights and column widths so everything fits properly. Next, I'll select the invoice headers and the other important labels. By holding the Control key, I can select multiple areas. Now I'll apply a consistent fill color. Change the font color and make the text bold. I'll also center align the invoice table headers. For the company name and invoice title, I'll use the same color scheme so the entire invoice has a consistent appearance. Now let's format the amount column. I want all amounts to display with a $sign and no decimal places. So I'll select the empty amount cells, right-click, and choose Format Cells. Under the number section, I'll select currency. I'll set the decimal places to 0 and make sure the $ is selected. Then I'll click OK. Now our amount column is ready. Step 4. Create the total. Next, let's calculate the invoice total. I'll click the cell beside the total label. Then I'll type equals sum and select the amount cells in the invoice. Close the bracket and press enter. At the moment, Excel is showing $0. Don't worry, that's because we haven't connected our invoice to the source data yet. The invoice design is ready. You can also insert a blank column on the left if you want to position the invoice more centrally on the worksheet. And let's quickly check how it will look when printed. I'll press Ctrl+P. Here is our invoice print preview. Looks good. Now let's make it dynamic. Step 5. Create the invoice number dropdown. This is where the real magic begins. We need a way to select an invoice number without typing it manually. I'll click the cell where I want the invoice number dropdown. Now go to the Data tab and click Data Validation. Or, even faster, press Alt+A+V+V. The Data Validation window appears. Under Allow, select List. Now, in the Source field, I'll click the small selection button. I'll move to my source worksheet. Here are all of my invoice numbers. I'll select the invoice number range. Then press Enter and click OK. Congratulations! We now have an invoice number drop-down list. I can click the drop-down and choose any invoice number. But there's one problem. The invoice number changes, while the invoice details remain unchanged. So the invoice isn't dynamic yet. Let's fix that. Step 6. Make the invoice dynamic with Filter. Now we'll use one of Excel's most powerful functions. Filter. Click the first cell where you want the invoice details to appear. Then type =filter. Now select the columns from our source data that we want to display: brand, product, quantity, unit price, and amount. Then we need to tell Excel which records to return. We want Excel to show only the rows where the invoice number matches the invoice number selected in our dropdown. So our logic is invoice number range equals selected invoice number. Then close the formula and press Enter. For example, the formula will follow this structure. Equals filter source data range. Invoice number range equals invoice drop-down cell. Your exact cell ranges will depend on where your source data is located. And boom! Our invoice details appear automatically. Excel has pulled the correct products, quantities, prices, and amounts for the selected invoice. Now let's test our invoice. I'll click the invoice number drop-down. Let's choose another invoice number. Look at that. The brand changes. The product changes. The quantity changes. The unit price changes, and the amount changes as well. And because our total cell is using the sum formula, the invoice total also updates automatically. This is what makes our invoice truly dynamic. Instead of creating a separate invoice for every customer or invoice number, we can use one invoice template and simply select the invoice number. And this is not the end. In the next tutorial, I'll show you how to convert the total amount into words. So make sure you don't miss that tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and learned something useful today. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Let's Learn. Your support encourages me to create more practical Excel tutorials. Thanks for watching.